Greetings and welcome back to RuralVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I'm excited to do a live feed. I'm going to try to bring up some screens so I can see what's going on here. And talk about land. I love talking about land. I love dealing land, trading land. It changes people's lives. They get their first piece of property or their 100th, whatever it is, and they get to go use it, go put it to work and do something with it. And so I hear all these stories about what people are doing to the land and what they're building, what they're creating, and it gets me inspired. I mean, I built a little, I don't build much, but I built a pond for my son this weekend. We dug a pond, and it's like a 6 foot by 9 foot pond, not that big, but made a water feature fountain thing out the top, and we're still got to put more rocks in it to cover up some of the plastic, but more rocks, plants, lily pads, and let the water turn over and then start adding some fish. So it should be fun. Water feature. That's one of the parts my garden's been missing, is a good water feature. So I've got this pulled up. Looks like people are starting to sign in. And I just want to say thank you and welcome. And the plan for today's live feed. So I'm going to pull up, see what kind of new deals we have on RuralVacantLand.com, see what kind of lands come up for sale since I last looked. Jerry Danglish, one of the guys that sells land on RuralVacantLand.com, he says he has a deal he wants to talk about. There's a new guy on RuralVacantLand.com selling land, is Dave Van Swyk, and I think he's got a property on there. I wanted to pull that up and see if he's got his land up for sale on there yet. I think that's could be some interesting looking land. And then I wanted to talk about deals. I've got a list. There's no way I'm going to get through it, but I've got 50 plus properties in the hopper that people want to sell that I'm going to try to buy if the numbers work and then everything looks good. So I thought maybe we could look at a couple of those, and maybe someone that's listening, watching, wants to join in on one of those deals or some of those deals. And then I want to give some land away. So towards the end of this video, I'm going to give some land away to somebody that pays attention, watches, and hasn't won land before and doesn't work with me for me in some regard. So let's hop to it. Let's jump into the website and take a look at what I've got, what's up for sale on the website. Too many buttons. Okay, here we go. So here's the website. Let's look at listings. Let's see what's up for sale. We're on RuralVacantLand.com. Couple guys signing in. Good morning, Luke. Good morning. Hi guys, good day. And here for the luck revolution. Nice, I like that, with the cluck in the background, right? Got all the kids playing in the background. It's summertime and all the kids in the neighborhood like my yard the best, and I kind of have to kick them out of here so I can hear myself think sometimes. But so they're in the neighbor's yard, you can still hear them a bunch. Yeah. And yeah, just good morning, good morning. Okay, so let's see what we got pulled up here. Okay, so the first one that's up on the board, I believe, is Dave Van Swyk's property. He's the newest one to join RuralVacantLand.com. It's set up more like a co-op. It's like one of the guys that signed up in the past called it, so is it a co-op? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty much a co-op. We're trying to share costs and marketing and presenting these properties, and so not really making money on it. I'm losing money really on people that are posting stuff on the website. I'm charging them like $200 a month to put their land up on the website. So they've got to have the same kind of like disposition about treating clients well and just serving up good cheap land. I don't want land that's on there forever without selling, and just want good prices, stuff that turns over, people are happy to buy. And yeah, so here's Dave Van I'm gonna butcher his last name, let's say David. And he's got this property. Let's take a look at this. Modoc County, California. So this is Northern California, and looks like he's got actual pictures of the property. Let's see if we can blow these up some, see if they come through. So they're gonna be, well, not that shoulder, they're gonna be right there over that shoulder. So it looks like it's got some trees. Looks like it had snow on the property when they took the pictures. This is Northern California. I think it's higher altitude as well. It's in the mountains. He's got GPS coordinates. Look at that. This must be a drone photo or something. But there's a bunch of trees. Looks like a good place to go build a cabin. Cabin in the woods. Make a secluded driveway back into the property. Looks like it's got a bunch of government land around the area. Not sure what this is a picture of. I'm not sure if this is the road leading up to the property, if the property's on the side of the road there. But this looks like the kinds of roads you'd find in the area, kind of countryside. I'm pretty sure this is the property down below. Nice big trees in there. This is bigger dollars than lots of the properties that come up on the website. This is $49,000. But it doesn't say the size on here. I know it was a big one. I gotta fix that size. 120 acres. So I'll get it set so it shows up on the website. You can search by 120 acres. 120 acres in Northern California for just under $50,000. Looks like zoning's agricultural. Usually that means it's easier to go build a house on it because you don't have to comply to the residential zoning. Usually, most cases, in my experience, it's been easier. Lots of places. I don't know about Modoc County, but that would be my guess. So road, dirt, gravel. No time limit to build. Annual property taxes are just over $400 a year. He's asking for $299 doc fee. Seller financing available with a minimum of $15,000 down. So he's willing to do owner financing on it too. So that's pretty nice. Bunch of links to places in the area. Looks like he's put together a good listing. This is the first time I've seen it. So I'm just going to want to fix it so people can search by the acreage. Near a lake. Just trees in Northern California. That's nice. Excuse me. T-Fox says, good gold hunting in Modoc County. Good morning, Jenna. So then we've got some more Arkansas properties. I got a couple a little bit bigger properties in Arkansas, in Izard County, Arkansas, that came up here recently. I made a couple videos about some of them. They've been selling the last couple days. I've seen one a day or something seems to be disappearing off of here. But this is about 1 acre. 1 acre, $1,000 for 1 acre. So these are some of my properties. I think these are actually properties I bought for my kid's birthday. So in my son's account, $99 a month for 10 months. $1,000, 0.72 acres. Castilla County, Colorado. Let's see who this is. $2,999. So just shy of $3,000 for 6 acres in Colorado. Jason Rusk. Okay, so Jason's got 6 acres for, was that $500 an acre in Colorado? We'll always have people asking for Colorado land. Here's some Apache. So it's nice to see some more Colorado land on the website. Apache County, $9,500 for 4.65 acres. Some more Castilla County. Castilla County, like 2,500, 2,900. These are 5-acre properties. It's almost 5 acres, $2,100, Castilla County. So you get 5 acres of land for, you can fit it on a credit card. There's more Castilla County. There's a bunch of Castilla County properties. There's $59 down and $59 a month, $200 down and $200 a month for 4 months. That's really cheap. $79 down, $79 a month for 24 months for 1 acre in Castilla County, Colorado. San Luis Obispo County. Oh, I saw this one. This is the kind of property my wife would like. So bend out. He's got this property on here, $97,000. I don't know if you guys have been watching the videos for a while, but if you go back a bit, we made a live video about mailing San Luis Obispo County, and so we did a mailer together. I got some junky properties, really. Like I'm not even willing to pull the trigger on a couple of the ones I got up there. They just looked like steep cliffside. Yeah, right. But Ben got this call. We split it up. He got half the calls. I got half the calls. So he got the better call. So he bought this one, and he put it up on the website. He's asking $97,000, and it's probably still really cheap for the area. And it's 5 acres, and it's close to the 101. It's there's a lot or two in between. And let's see if I can pull up some maps on this thing. He also made some videos. Let's see if his videos are on here. Oh, there's YouTube videos, but they're not playing right. I'll try to get that updated. Let's see. Try to get that fixed, because he made some drone videos. I'm gonna turn off the noise. No, this is probably a talking video, but he's got one that's like flyover of the property. Might kill my audio. I mean, so he made this flyover on the property and shows the trail coming off the road going up in there, and it just looks like a nice piece of land. 5 acres in Atascadero. There's a bunch of horse ranches in the area, and this looks like a good place to go raise some horses, have some horses run around. And someone says, why can we not search your website by acres? That's a really good question. I've been trying to get my tech guys to get that in there on the sorting side. If you go into the advanced search part of the website, there's some options of size. And so let's say you wanted a 5 acre property, you could put 4 to 6. Or if you wanted something bigger than 5 acres, you could put 5 on the one side and just leave the other side open, and you get everything above 5. So you can search by size, but it doesn't sort them. Like the sorting part, it just really frustrates me too, because I'd like to be able to sort by largest to smallest or smallest to largest. That should be one of the options in the website. And I've been trying to get that in there, and it's just not in there yet. So as I'm talking, we're seeing some video fly through of this property in Atascadero in San Luis Obispo County. This is where this is not too far from where Whoopi Goldberg says is the best part of California to live in, and it was just one of those up and coming areas. It's in between Los Angeles and San Francisco, so you could drive to either one, not commute. So the prices have dropped off in between here, so it's not like within commuting range prices. But I mean, if you wanted to use a San Francisco airport or a Los Angeles airport, you could totally go to one or the other. And entertainment in one town or the other, go visit them, go for weekend runs and stuff like that. You're in between, so it's nicely centrally located in California to go to the 2 major metropolitan areas of California without living in the thick of it. And so he got all this drone footage of the property. It just looks like a beautiful property. I mean, to me, it looks like you come up around the corner and go build a house. The road's right over here, so I think you want to come around the corner, around the hill, and build behind the hill, so you don't hear the road. So you can get on this side of the hill, or maybe on top of the hill even. Looks like it's towards sunset that they got there and did this video. So maybe you want to be up here to watch sunset. I don't know. You'd want to go walk the property, but it's this hill, it's the sides of the hill, it's this whole area. And then looking at maps, I was looking at this pretty close because my wife was like, hey, we should buy that one. Go build a house on it, right? But I was looking at some maps. Let's open this up in a new tab. There's a bunch of wilderness area off to the side of it. So this road comes back, and I think there's one house back in here somewhere that it kind of goes to, if I'm not mistaken, or some old cabin. But as you get further out into these hills, it's all it's government land. I forget what part of the government. See if it shows up on the map. This looks like a great place to go ride horses. Excuse me. I think there's some fire trails, and there's some 2 tracks and things that you could ride back into. It looks like there might even be a lake back there. Maybe ride back to the lake. National Forest, okay. So you'd have to check out the rules and regulations of riding a horse in National Forest. I doubt you can do like dirt bikes and four-wheelers and stuff. I'm sure you can hike. I'm not sure if you can horseback ride or not. Maybe on the trails or not on the trails, or I don't know what the regulations are. But so the access to the property, I mean, first of all, there's a pond over here, and then the access to the property looks like, I don't know if you're able to just drive off the 101 or not, but I mean, it's not a freeway, it's a highway, so maybe you can pull on and off. But there's a tunnel here, and so there's this old road that goes under the road and then comes out the other side and goes up past some more horse properties, horse arenas all over the place, goes up here and gets to this power line road, and then from there he gets out to, you know, paved roads and population and stuff. You drive in and out of there without coming right in and off the highway. So that might be, I'm not sure about the legality of the access or not, but it looked like a pretty neat one. So let's not get too distracted. Let's see what else we got up on the website, because I wanted to get to making a call or two as well. So beyond that, we've got some Apache County, 36 acres, Navajo County. I think we're getting into stuff that we reviewed last live call. So let's cut it off there. I wanted to get Jerry Danglish, Jerry, on the line. Jerry has a property. We'll see if he answers the phone. See if I can find him on here. So he's got, see, Dave's the newest one, just joined. Dusty before that, Matt. Let's find Jerry. I think Jerry was one of the first guys on the website. Here we go. Let's see what his properties are. So he's got one that he says he's excited about and he wants to tell me about. I'm not exactly sure which one it is. So if you give me a minute here, we'll see if we can get him on the phone. I'm gonna, here's a phone number. You hear the kids in the background. Okay, so I think I got audio. I'm not sure if he'll answer or if he's ready or not. Just bear with me. This is part of doing a live video. I don't have it set up like slammed right in like a news studio or something would. Okay. So you guys should be able to hear that. A2 said he's driving down the freeway, but he's listening via Bluetooth. Good job, A2.
No one is available to answer the call.
We missed him.
Please leave a message.
Okay, let's take a look at what properties he has up, and just tell him I missed him. I think he's working right now. The YZ's channel is saying, hi, good morning. Any land in Nevada that has a creek or something like that coming through, not canyons. A creek in Nevada. I've had some in the past. I don't think I have any creeks in Nevada in inventory right now. Excuse me. The closest, no, those are all sold too. I can't think of any right now. There's always some coming and going. You'll just have to pay attention and we'll keep watching videos. I'll keep presenting them as I get some in. San Luis Obispo has a nice climate. Yeah, they've got a really nice climate. They got a lot of rules and regulations too, but beautiful area, up and coming. You know, it's getting gentrified and it's turning over. Younger families, artsier. Usually prices follow that. TK Dawes says, I'm still waiting for you to call me about that land in Cochise County's payments, and can she change it to RU8 or rural? Oh, so I had to get back to you on that. Sorry about that. Taking notes. But yeah, I think the question is yes. We can do the payments. And about changing the zoning, I think that's going to be up to you to change the zoning. It's going to be, you got to go do paperwork with the county and tell them why you want to get it changed. And I talked to the people at the county about that particular one, and they made it sound really easy to change the zoning. This is Cochise County. Herb says, kids are cool. Someone says, I just got here. Did I win any land? No, not yet. I'm going to give some land away. Yeah, they're all waiting on that part. And thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. So next I wanted to get into deals. So let me pull up, still got my face on the screen. I'm going to pull up, I'm going to switch this over to Parcel Fact. Let's start with Parcel Fact because I've been using Parcel Fact more and more as my go-to search. And so I'll pull the screen up here. I'll show you Parcel Fact and explain this thing and see if you guys use this one too or not. This is put together by Land Academy, and that reminds me, they invited me to do speaking engagement and live show and live event in September. So I put the details of that. There's a link to that live event in the you know, not the comments, the the description of this video. There's a link so you can go see more information about the show. I'm not sure if it's sold out or not. It was pretty close to sold out. I think last week there was only one seat left. But I'm sure they'll do more of them over time. And so if you're interested in that, the link's down below. But also the Land Academy information stuff, you know, landacademy.com. You can get Parcel Fact. Parcel Fact, it's not exactly sure how much they charge for it. But you can, I'll show you what you can do with Parcel Fact. So I get all these letters in the mail. People send me letters. They say, because I mail them offers. You know, I say, I'd like to buy your land. This is so much cash I'm willing to pay for your land. And so they write back to me and they say, okay, yes or no. They sign my agreement. And they send it back to me like, yeah, I'll sell you my land for that price that you offered. Or, you know, no, I want some 10 times as much as you're talking about. Or, you know, negotiations start from there and end up with some land. Sometimes you get some land, sometimes you don't. So I got this one, Shasta County, California. Let's take a look. I haven't looked this one up yet, and I'm just this is what I do all the time, right? Just look up land. So let's see what this one is. Oh, Mill Creek. Okay, so I've owned stuff in this neighborhood before. It's like properties up here, over here. I've been the volume buyer and seller in this neighborhood over the last year or 2 years or something for sure. And it's a bunch of 1 acre properties. And let's zoom out. I'll show you where we're at in the world. Looks like the video's still working. So we're in Shasta County. I'm zooming the wrong way. Mount Shasta is going to show up here to the north pretty soon. It's Lake Shasta over here. So here's Mount Shasta. That's what people usually think of when you hear Shasta. Here's Redding, California. Here's a 5. So this is a 5 coming up the middle of California, coming up through the valley. So if you come up through Redding, eventually you go by Lake Shasta. There's a bridge there, a beautiful area. Now, if you were to take this road off towards Round Mountain, not the one towards the the big park down here, but this Round Mountain one, Falls River Mills, I've owned properties up in that way. I'm not sure where you'd be going up that direction. but I'm sure people drive it. There's a road there. And off the side, you can see this speckled stuff. These are logging operations. People have, logged off in patches over time. So some of it's logged, some of it's not. It's a bunch of big, nice trees in here. And so this is an area that's not logged or hasn't been logged in a long time at least. And it's a housing development that doesn't have the CC&Rs that a lot of developments have. CC&Rs is code, covenants, and restrictions. It's real estate jargon for the middle finger on what you can do, can and can't do. They want to charge fees and take your rights away. That's basically what they're saying. So this doesn't have that. It's just got the neighborhood with these lots, and so you can buy these lots in here. And what a lot of people are doing, if you zoom in some more, I'll try to keep zooming in. I'm not sure if you can see it on the video or not, but you see these patches with a bunch of chunks. I mean, that's what they grow marijuana in, and they're using bales of straw or whatever to help keep the moisture in there and grow it. And a lot of them have fences to keep the deer out, keep the neighbors out, keep the thieves out. And I don't know if they sit there with machine guns or shotguns, or they got some nasty dogs or what, but they protect the stuff, they watch it. And the neighborhood's been growing probably a long time before the laws opened up. And so these lots have turned over. These are kind of like beginner lots. These are cheap lots where you can go start your growing endeavors, grow for a season or two, probably make enough money off of here that you go buy some bigger property and do it in a bigger way. And I think that's what happens to this area, so it keeps turning over. And so I buy these properties on the cheap and put them up for sale for cheaper than everybody, and people buy them from me and go have fun with them, do what they want to do. So there's a creek down here. There's a couple, I think it's two bridges, maybe even three, a couple bridges that cross the creek, and then you can drive back into the neighborhood. There's streets in here. The streets are the best seen on Bing Maps, and so Bing drives these streets, not Google. So I know this one really well, and I'm pulling up the details on the screen you guys can't see, and I'll probably buy that one. So let's skip on to the next one. So the next one is let's see if this works. I mean, I'd do more research before I'd buy that one. Check taxes, check title, make sure it all makes sense and stuff. But I'd probably just send a notary over after I check out all the paperwork and buy it, and then put it up for sale on the website. So this next one, let's see. And I put a comment in down below, like in the description of this video. If you see property in here that I'm reviewing, you want to like go in on it with me. Maybe you put up half the money, I put up half the money, or some split like that. Give me a call, let me know. I got there's always a demand for capital. I got some pretty tall orders to fill right now, but I think in the not too distant future, buying and selling land, I'll probably get you in on them or parts of them. And there's lots of different ways to split these up and partner them up. So I can put your name on there, so it's not like making securities or anything. So it's a real asset, you own it. You got to sign it to sell it and stuff. I can go do the marketing, or we could do it so you go do the marketing, or just lots of ways depending on what part of the puzzle you want to bring to the table. We could probably do some partnerships of some kind. So this one is Klamath County, Oregon. This is one heck of a long APN number. It just looks like a regular rectangle. Let's see what the size of this thing is. 20 acres, okay. 20 acres. This looks like it's on a hill. Let's see. $58 a year taxes. Just a regular old legal description. So I'm reading this legal description. It's a township range section And it's a track number. So, okay, maybe it's not totally track portion northeast quarter. Well, it's a quarter. Yeah, it's a quarter. So 20 acres should be half of a quarter of a section. So maybe somebody drew tracks over here. I don't know. Okay, so do I want 20 acres in Klamath County, Oregon? This kind of looks like, I don't know. Let's pull up some maps. I didn't pull up maps in the last one because I know that neighborhood so well. Probably own the ones next door and stuff. Or have, you know. I could probably hire one of the people that bought land from me to go take pictures and stuff. Just walk over there and take pictures. But I've probably never owned land around this one. So it looks like there might be, I always find myself moving my head trying to get a better view, and I'm doing this 3D stuff. It looks like there's a hill there, but not much, not really. It's not like Scary Hill or anything. A little bit of a hill. Okay, so let's zoom out. Wonder if the video's keeping up with me. It seems to be keeping up. Someone's saying the 120 acres has dropped 10K already off landpin.com. 120 acres wooded foothills near Davis Creek, beautiful Modoc County. Oh, okay, so maybe it's 10 grand cheaper on my website than on Landpin. That's great. Saying Landpin has a bunch of pictures of that 120 acre property. That's cool. This is middle finger. Grace and Pen username says, haha, middle finger RE codes. That's right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so there's a hill over here. I mean, I'm looking at this 20 acres, Klamath County, Oregon. I think I'm pretty much sold out of all the Klamath ones we've had in the past. Let's see. Klamath stew for sale. And someone was asking about, oh, it's behind my head, about the area. Let's see if I can move this. So here's the advanced search, and right down here it says area. Oh, I thought it was from. Okay, so area, let's say I wanted to do 20 acre ones. I could put 20 in here and it would give me 20 and up acre ones. But I can't put like -20 and get everything below 20. So it doesn't, area doesn't work so well. So there's nothing for sale on the website in Klamath County anymore. So they're all sold out. All the ones I bought in the past are sold. So let's see if I had 20 acres in the past. There's some 5s that sold. Here's a 10 that sold for like 6 grand, roughly. And let's see how far out in the middle of nowhere this thing is or what. This looks like some farming in the area. Sprague River. So I think the other ones I've had in the past are up in this same valley. The same area seems to be the cheapest land in the county that keeps coming in. Klamath Falls is over here, so it's not too far from Klamath Falls. I know, it's interesting. I might end up buying that one. I'm gonna do some more research. Just gonna Gonna mark that one. I'm not gonna scratch it off here. Last time we did a live feed, I scratched a bunch of them off. Now I'm finding some. Okay, so let's try another one. This one is let's try Pinal County. Pinal County, Arizona. Going through title on some other stuff in Pinal right now. So I've got the paperwork figured out, I guess. Makes it a little bit easier. I don't think I've had any Pinal County on the website ever in the past. If you've been watching the channel for a while, we did a mailer there in the past. And we mailed Pinal County, so now we're starting to see some of these deals come in. It's been a while, but they're starting to come in. It just looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. So Phoenix is up over here. Tucson's over here. So it's on the backside of Mount Lemmon behind Tucson. This is where the cheaper properties in the county tend to be, because those are the people that have called me back and actually willing to take my offers. It looks like we got some topography in there. Let's see what the area of this thing is. I think it's 20. Yeah, 20 acres. See, taxes. Excuse me, taxes. What? $800 a year in taxes? An assessed value of 52 grand? That doesn't make sense. This county thinks they're all high and mighty. Pinal County. Stuff just costs a lot more in Pinal County. If you go like pretty much any of the counties right next to it, prices drop off and taxes drop off and stuff gets a lot easier. But Pinal County has got Tucson in it, right? I mean, they're attracting the retirees like crazy. And it's just fancy homes, and it's been really built up. I might buy this one. See if we can get some access in there. Yeah, there's a road going through it. You have to go look and see if it's legal. You can actually drive in and out of there. I don't know what this is. Someone did a bunch of earthworks to make a power line or pipeline or something through here. They wouldn't do these earthworks for a power line, but maybe for a pipeline. Okay, so let's pull this sucker up on Google Maps and see if we can go 3D on it without killing the live feed. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'm gonna give some land away, I swear, but I just want to show you like some of the deals that are coming up. Tell you why I'm buried in paperwork all the times, because people keep saying, you know, buy this, sell this, sell this. So the property's in here, right? So let's see if we can figure out topography. So is it a top of a hill? It's not down in the wash. There's a house down here. Might be a housing pad there. This looks like could be a beautiful area, you know, a good retirement area. I bet you get road runners and coyotes and rabbits and all kinds of wildlife coming through here. Bet you it's hot and dry. Never have a problem with mold. Bet you there's no such thing as mold here. It just happen. Looks like a good area to build a rammed earth kind of building. Stay nice and cool, surrounded by a bunch of earthen materials. Yeah, so I think you got topography. So you got up, down. I think this road's going through the top of the hill. So let's take a look at, let's go back and look at this map. So I think this is the top of the hill, and this might be a housing pad. Maybe someone put some housing pads in these spots. It might be worth getting some more photos and things and figuring out if that's really legal access or not. So I'm gonna highlight that one. Okay, got one. You guys have been watching. I don't know if you remember, we did a San Diego mailer. I think I did that one on a live. I don't remember if I did it live or not. San Diego County, California. See what kind of land we get here. Oh wow, this is way up by the border. Okay, so this is, here's Palmer Observatory. I love hiking up there. That's a beautiful area. Get up in the mountains, big trees and stuff. It's higher elevation. And then you've got Temecula up here. So the regulations change. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Tijuana, but or by the Mexican border, but if you go down to the Mexican border and you look at the development on the Mexican side, they build right up to the US, US Mexico border, and it's like, nice to be close to the border. But then if you go to the American side, it's like vacant. Nobody wants to be there. The regulations are a lot harsher to build. It costs a lot more money. There's all kinds of things going on, but it's like a huge divide. It's a political divide that is artificial. It's by laws and beliefs and stuff. It's not by topography. It's not by the use of the land and usability of the land and the natural setting of development. It's very stilted by rules and regulations and government. And so the same thing is happening over here. I mean, yes, this is surrounded by topography, but I mean, there's a lot of lower, easy topography south of here, but this is a county border. So San Diego County going into Riverside County. You go into Riverside County, it's a lot easier to go make stuff happen. You put in your building permits and stuff, and like weeks later, it's like they give you the thumbs up and you go for it. San Diego County, you put in your building permits and stuff, and 6 months later they ask you to fix something, and then a year later they say, okay, go for it. It's just a different, if you're trying to build big communities and you're trying to make money off of developing land, it's going to make more sense to go Riverside County, close to San Diego County. But if you're trying to build a homestead and you want it to be artsy and for yourself and more rural and stuff like that, San Diego County is going to be a lot better. So I started mailing these San Diego County ones, even though there's this huge divide going on right here. This is just below it. So you got Rainbow over here. I didn't actually mean to mail this side of the freeway. I was going by APN on this side of the freeway, and somehow I didn't do my research exactly right, and some offers came in over here. I think this is much cheaper land than over here, just because of just the way it is. So this is stuff over here that I accidentally mailed the higher dollar offers to. They're coming back and saying, oh yes, sure, of course. So here's something I probably offered too much on. And here's the property. Let's take a look. Some neighbors. He's got a palm tree lined driveway. Someone's put a pond in over here. This just looks like a mobile home. Power lines. I don't know. A bunch of rocks on the corner. So let's take a look at street view. I'm sure there's street view on this road. I'm guessing I kind of overpriced this just by looking at the location compared to what I meant to do in the mailer. So you get all this land here, some nice big rocks on it. Come on, street view. Redefine living, saying, I believe Pinal County has easy building codes. I hope so. Someone likes Payson, Sholo, Cattle Country. Said I have a beautiful property in Yavapai County. Yeah, Yavapai's got some beautiful stuff too. Payson's awesome. Oh yeah, TJ has buildings attached to the border wall, literally. Yeah. Yeah, Rainbow has some neat boulders. Yeah, it's a beautiful area in there. So what is the property Luke is showing right now? This is San Diego. This is stuff that I could potentially buy. Guy got back to me, signed contract that he'll sell it to me for the price that I offered. Power line, paved road, trees, San Diego County, California. Doesn't look that steep back in there. So there's some boulders. Doesn't look that bad, really. I think you'd get a house back in there without being on the super topography mess. Because San Diego County, they want you to, if the topography goes up too much, you got fire codes. You got to have setbacks from the higher topography because of fires rip through here. And so in San Diego County, you got to be 30 foot back from the edge of the canyons. So this doesn't look like canyons, and the canyons are defined by the topography. I'm not sure what the topography needs to be. Better than 20% or 25% or something. This is probably in the teens, I'm guessing. I might drive over there, take a look at that one, because it's a lot of money. But I'm gonna highlight that one and think about it. I might buy it. Here's another one. This is Plumas County. Let's see what Plumas County brings up. I thought I'd be scratching some off the list here, guys, but I'm just queuing up more of them for later. I mean, the prices, I could probably get that San Diego County one. There's nothing in the area for less than like probably triple of what I can buy the property for. I could buy it, put it up for sale for double, and still be ways below everyone else's prices. That's why I'm gonna research it more. That could be nice for everybody involved. The buyer could make out like a bandit. Probably wouldn't take that much time. This looks like a piece of junk property to me. I mean, it's on a river, so that's nice. 1.97 acres. This looks like an old gold mining claim or something. I want to look at a map and see if it goes across the street, and this thing's just off. There's a railroad track there. Yeah. I don't even know if I want to go any further. It's on a river, sure, but good luck getting there. You're not going to get legal access across the railroad track very easily. There's a bridge. You're going to, like, hike through here. I mean, it's, let's see if we can see it. So what happens in a lot of these Northern California counties, like a Plumas County, this was the old gold rush era kind of stuff, and people would come up here panning for gold, and they'd find gold, and they would get these mining claims, like placer mining claims, and they would pay like next to no money for them, and they could they get them from the government. The government's just happy for you to go put some work in there, maybe create a job or do some investment or something. And if you did some kind of investment, not much, like you started slooshing for gold or something for more than a year or two, mean, it looks like a beautiful area right on the side of the stream. You got the railroad track going right over your head. You put a cabin in there if you can figure out how to get it in and out of there, and then there's a stream and there's a road. Access is going to be a killer to this deal. Like, access is going to just be awful. I'm sure of it. Let me pull up this. I want to see, because what I'm thinking, oftentimes in these databases, you get a shape like this. This looks like it used to be a square, right? And the other side of the square is missing because it's doing the legal description of one side of the street and the other side of the street, but it's the other side of the street might have been sold off. It might have never been involved, but it might be part of the deal, and this is just bad data. And maybe other people looked at this deal in the past and they're like, oh, forget it. But it actually has this whole thing over here, the whole rest of the square, and that could be cool. I mean, that could be more entertaining if it is. Like, if we look at the legal, see if we got, this doesn't have a legal. Ooh, that's a steep hill going up there. But it doesn't have the legal in there, so that says it might even be more and more likely might be the problem. Okay, so I'm going to sign into Agent Pro 24/7. I'm going to pull up some neighborhood maps, see who else owns the land around there, see if it says anything about who owns the rest of that square, if it's the same person or not. And maybe I could pull up something like a plat map, maybe, if there is one. Online. I kind of don't think I can get them online in this county, but I'll try. Spinning its wheels. It's not keeping up. Maybe I got too much stuff going. Hopefully the live feed's still going. Still got green lights over there. Oh, that sucks. Carrie's saying my free land when has a debit attached. Why? I'm bummed out. It's not supposed to happen. The deal I had with the state on that one was that they got rid of all the fees. So maybe I'll trade you some other land, get you another one, or let's let me take some notes on. So Carrie is a previous land winner, and I gave her a piece of land. She's saying that it came with a debt attached to it. So I'll research that and figure out what's going on. See what we can do. Sounds cheaper to go get her some more land than to pay the bill. So let's see here. So there's this stuff across the way. Not coming up, which makes me wonder even more about it. But it looks like they split it, tried to follow this road to split it. I'm so dead sure we're not going to find access to this thing, because I've seen these kinds of deals before. So what I'm doing is I'm buying this property report from Black Knight. Black Knight is Agent Pro, Title Pro. You can get this subscription to this stuff through Land Academy guys. They give you discounts and things. did get a plat map. And so this report that I just bought, sometimes it has the plat map included. And so some of these databases have plat maps, some of them don't. Boy, this is a cruddy one. Let's see if I can rotate this. See if I can get it so it shows up on the screen. It's not without my head in the way. So right here, parcel 3, 1.97 acres. I mean, it just shows the river going right through it. I think that was probably it though, right? The surf is picking up. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the camera or not. My office is starting to shake because there's a big swell coming in. A lot of the surfers have been talking about there's no parking anywhere in town because everyone's either watching the surfers or surfing. Let's see. 3. Yeah, it's that lot 3. So you got railroad, river, like it's just pinched in there. There's no access. And so we're going to have a property with no access, no legal access. Like, what do you do with that property? I bet you if you go try to get a building permit on it, the county is going to say you're too close to the stream and you need legal access. Like, how's the inspector going to come in and inspect anything? You got to get the legal access. So to like use it, there's another big wave. You're going to have to like take it through the courts and get access or negotiate with the railroad people for access. But even then, like, even if you got legal access, it's probably not enough land. It's too skinny with setback from the railroad, setback from the river. You're just pinched like cheese slicer. It's not going to happen. So I'm gonna mark that one red. So let's see, here's Mariposa County. Let's try this one. You know what's nice about this list is I haven't hit the same county yet. Mariposa. So the more of these mailers I send out over time, the more of a spread of different areas that keep coming back. Because people don't all come back at the same time. And they say, I need money, I need money, I need money. They come back when they need money. They say, Luke, I got your letter a year ago, 2 years ago, a month ago, a week ago, whatever. I need money. What can we do? So Mariposa County. It's a weird shaped one. I'm guessing it's supposed to be right on the road there. Maybe a little bit of a wash, low spot there. I doubt there's street view on this, but let's give it a try. Can at least do 3D with this. Would be cool to have a place on the river like that though. I don't think you can use it for more than camping. I never finished my story about the people panning for gold, but if they put enough information, if they put enough money into the property, they could get the actual ownership of the property, not just the land, the mining claims. So that's what a lot of these bottom of the river weird properties are. Oh wow, that's a hill, all right. I was looking at the wash. This is too much hill. It's too much hill for me. I'm sure somebody would love to use that property, but I don't want to put my money into that. That's too much hill. Oh, here's San Diego County. Let's try this one. Get a repeat county here. Yeah, those waves are rolling in now. Five acres. Paula Temecula Road, same area. Wrong side of the freeway. I was trying to get stuff over here. This stuff came in. Excuse me. It's not the same one, is it? No. Because the other one had a road on this side. This one's got a road on that side. I think we can do street view. Oh, it's Rocky Hill. Ooh, that's a lot of rocks. Maybe I'll go get some rocks from a pond. Power line, a bunch of rocks. That's the other side of the street. Got utilities, something here. Is that a gas line or a water or what? I don't know. Just a lot of rocks. You put a house up there on top. Let's see. Oh, look, it goes up the road. Some more rocks. Private road. Lots of rocks. Wonder if that's like the start of a driveway. Yeah, so there's a bit of a driveway here. I'm not sure that's part of the property or what. No, it's like someone else's property in the way to get there. But I think you get the top of the hill. Maybe if you could legally get in there, and then you could drive up there and put a house up top. Maybe. So I'm gonna check access. It's just such a good price. It's so cheap compared to the area. I'm not selling you the price, but it's cheap. Let's do one more. Here's Shasta County. This looks like the one we already did. This might be a dupe. Yeah, I got that one in there twice. And then I'm gonna stop from there. I can go down the list all day on different properties, but I should do a quick scan of the ones I have in inventory, X out some of them, and then do a deeper dive due diligence into some of these other properties. Make sure the title is clean and awesome, and we can do it either through title company or notary close, or however, depending on dollar size and stuff. Make sure I've got money to pay for it. Make sure we can do the paperwork. Make sure the sellers still want to sell, and just go slam through the paperwork, and eventually it'll come out the other side, end up on the website and up for sale. And then as people sell it, take the money, go back and do it again and again and again. That's where the properties are coming from on the website. It's how we get the cheapest properties in the area on the website, by making offers to the area. And you've seen the live videos. You've seen the whole circle of buying and selling these things, and so that should be a lot more trust of where they're coming from, why they're so cheap, why they're so easy, and why they're so available compared to a lot of the markets. Just because we systematically go through and boil these things down and just get the best deals for you and make it easy. And that's what I have fun doing, just making it easy, right? Because it's so hard. I've tried to do this in the past, like classic ways, and it's so hard, so frustrating. And it's not fun anymore. And so we were just talking about in the chat. Let's pull the chat back up. Carrie was saying the property that I gave her, it came back with a bill from the county, I'm presuming. It might be from a community or something. I'd like to see the bill and dig into it and figure it out. See if I can negotiate it off, or pay it off, or negotiate it down, pay it off, or buy some other land for her instead. Because that wasn't the point. It's not supposed to be a bill on there. I thought I got it off and gone, and it might be. So I just want to see it and see if I understand it first. Dr. Todd Fisher saying he wants in on the Mariposa County. Yeah, so Dr. Todd Fisher, give me a call. I'm keep working through these things, and we could talk about different ways to do some of these deals, and like Mariposa, and let me know. Luke Smith, phone number's on the website. If I don't answer, leave a message, I'll call you back. A bunch of people call back today. It might not be right away, but I'll dig into them. I'll get there and see if we can figure something out. And I think there's a lot of room for making money, for running with it, for making it happen. And yeah, thank you. Thanks for saying so. And I think we got I think I got all the comments pretty covered on here. Someone's saying pretty area, but it has sure built up since the early 80s, and so has the prices. I think it might be San Diego. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I would like to give away another piece of land. Hopefully it doesn't turn out like the one Carrie got with $500 something and back whatever fees. It's like I paid for that thing. It's supposed to be free and clear, but it doesn't always mean that. So let me think, what do we start with? We started with inventory, and we tried to call one of the land sellers, and he didn't answer the phone. If you know the name of the land seller we were trying to call, it's on ruralvacantland.com. He's one of the first guys to join the website, so he's like at the bottom of the list, or I think he's second from the bottom of the list. The list kind of goes in chronological order, showing off new people first. Maybe I should change that. Maybe it should be the first ones there should be at the top of the list. I don't know. But if you could put his name on there, if you haven't won land before and you don't work with me or for me in some way, and you want a piece of free land that I'm giving away, even after what Carrie said, then put the name of that person. It could be his initials, his first name, last name. Put his name in there, and I'll give you a piece of free land. It'll take a couple months for me to actually get it to you, and for you to get the deed in the mail. And please don't try to sell it before you get the deed. Just make sure it totally goes through the whole process. I'm going through a negotiation process to pull these off. Buy a new land. It's not old land out of inventory that didn't sell or something. So the name's starting to go by here, so someone's got it already. Let's take a look at this and make sure I get the right order. Let's Let's see. Peddling Profit says no evergreen. Mr. How to Shell says I like living on the tracks fishing. Chris says too much hill. Todd Padua says me. Robin Banks says Jerry. I think that's the first one there. Robin Banks. Jenna says Jerry. It's got like the whole name out. Grayson Penn says Gilbert. That's not right, but that's a good try. We could call him Gilbert. We should change his name on their website. Everyone starts calling him Gilbert. See what he says. Jerry. Yeah. So, I see Robin Banks as the first person. Let me check I got a list here of who's been winning. Let me just make sure. I don't think Robin Banks is on there. Yeah, Robin Banks is not on there. So this is going to be the 35th piece of property I'm giving away. It's 36, but one of them's a title line. So today is the 23rd. Robin Banks, thank you for winning the piece of property. I'm putting into my notes and everything. And what I want you to do is, because I need your information, I would like it if you would email my assistant Gillian. I'm going to type out the name. Gillian at ruralvacantland.com. Make sure I spell it right. So you can just cut and paste it. Okay, so I'm putting that into the comments, and you can cut and paste that email address and email Gillian. And I want the title of what you want this property owned in. So your name, a name to own the property, and that name being, your name, or you and your spouse, or your kids, or your trust, or your company, or your charity, or wherever you want the land to go. And hopefully it's some kind of name that you can sign off on, because I would like to upsell you in the option to have me resell the land for you. And what I do is I'll charge you half of the profits on the thing. So I give it to you, and then if you let me go resell it for however much I can sell it for, for cash or terms or whatever, then I'll send you half of the profits above and beyond the cost of me giving it to you and everything. So you get the money that I give you, value plus half the profits if I go sell it for you. So if you're interested in that, that's great. That's awesome. Let me know. Maybe put that in the email as well, or tell me along the way, and we'll contact you along the way as well. So I want contact information so I can reach out to you and ask you about that. I mean, feel free to keep the land and tell me to bugger off and do whatever you want with it. That's fine too. You can sell it on your own. You could put it on Craigslist. You could put it on Zillow, both free. I think you can even put them on like OfferUp and Let Go and some of the apps on that are out there now as well. They're competing with Craigslist pretty well without paying anything, and you can do the paperwork and it's done. You just draw a deed, get it recorded, transfer it over to somebody that wants it. And your mailing information, because I want to mail you the deed. I gotta have the county mail you the deed to the property and future tax bills to the property. And so hopefully it's not $500 like Carrie got, but if we get a weird crazy tax bill like that, I'm sure we'll just figure something else out. It might just be more time delay till I get you a different one or something else. And so that's the idea. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for winning. And that's let me just catch up with the comments here. I think I'm caught up. Yeah, thank you everybody. Too many buttons on my screen. Thanks. If you're watching the recorded version of this and you're not subscribed, or you didn't get a notification, unsubscribe and hit subscribe, and then the button will come up for a bell. It's like a bell shaped thing. You just gotta hit that bell, and then you'll get the notifications. It'll come up on your phone or on your computer or thing. So if you're on your phone or computer, you'll see the notifications come up that Luke's doing a live stream. It's every Monday morning at 9 a.m. I try my darn hardest to make it here and do a live stream. Sometimes life catches me and I can't. But like I missed one when I was stuck in traffic in Stockholm a couple weeks ago. But for the most part, I've been doing 9 a.m. live feeds, and we talk about land, and just keep talking about land and more land. So thank you. Thanks for listening. Thank you, everybody, and talk to you later.